The old coaches. There was a wreck of three old coaches that happened on Sir Topham Hatt's railway long before Thomas came to the island. James and Henry took it in turns to pull these coaches as part of their suburban trains. James loved these coaches and would seek every chance he got to pull them, as he thought they went well with the smart red paint. One day at the sheds, James was in a foul temper. "It's not fair," he huffed crossly. "They have been on the railway for many years. Why do they have to be scrapped?" "What's being scrapped?" Ugh. Henry yawned from the other end of the shed. "The old coaches," rapped James. "Sir Topham had said that some fancy new ones were being brought over from the mainland." "I saw them in the yard this morning," said Percy. "They're really nice." James scoffed. "I'm still going to take those old coaches out," he fumed. "I wouldn't do that if I were you, James," Avery warned. "Sir Topham Hatt has placed them in the main siding at the big station. I will be taking them with my scrap train this afternoon." James was furious, but all he could do was mutter under his breath as he headed off to work. James pulled into the big station. Waiting for him at the platform was a beautiful rank of red coaches. "Ugh, horrible things," he grumbled. He then noticed the old coaches sat in the siding. James looked at the new coaches for a few seconds, and then he looked back at the old ones. "I'm sure the passengers wouldn't mind one more outing with the old coaches," he said to himself. That afternoon, Everett arrived with a scrap train to take away the old coaches, but was very surprised to see that they weren't there waiting for him. "That's odd," he thought. "I was certain Percy said that he had shunted them here." At that moment, Percy scampered up the line with freight cars. "Percy," Edward called, "have you seen the old coaches?" "Not since this morning," Percy replied. "Why?" "I was supposed to take them to the scrap yard," explained Edward. "They were here," Percy assured. "But the only engine that was here before me was—" Before Percy could even finish, Edward soon realized. "I must find Sir Topham Hatt," he fumed, and hurried away, leaving the confused Percy behind. Meanwhile, James had stopped at Edward's station with the old coaches. He was feeling very pleased with himself. "These coaches won't be scrapped now," he chortled. "Oh, won't they now?" said a stern-sounding voice. James almost jumped when Edward arrived. Sir Topham had stepped down from his cab and walked up sternly to James. "You have disobeyed my orders," he said. "These coaches have been retired, and that is why I have brought new ones to the railway, unless this is Sir James Hatt's railway. Then these coaches would have a different fate." James felt rather defeated. At Sir Topham Hatt's command, he shunted the coaches in the station siding, and Edward then took them back to the big station to join his scrap engine train. The passengers were cross that they couldn't go anywhere, but luckily, Sir Topham Hatt had sent Percy to take the new coaches for James to pull for the rest of the day. At first, James didn't like the new coaches and felt rather silly. But as he puffed up Gordon's Hill, he had to admit that his smart red paint looked very stylish with their own. By the time James had reached the end of the line, he had changed of attitude towards the new coaches. In truth, he was going to miss the old ones, but he knew that he had a long and useful working life, and deep down, James hoped that these new coaches would serve Sir Topham Hatt's Railway for many years to come.